all okay. Hopefully everybody did well on their season climb. It's chocolate. Yeah, no, we're basically locked in. We've been locked in since like basically really early this morning, so I don't have to worry about it. So you guys will get an Emperor account review from me at some point, maybe this weekend, very soon, whenever I feel 100%, so I can talk about it, because I know you guys really like that stuff. But for the one guy on Reddit, I just want you guys to know there was one reason I made the climb this season, and it's because I want to say like right after Harsetti came out, somebody on Reddit said that I fell off and that I couldn't do it anymore, that I was washed up. And I was like, oh, okay, bet. Oh, what's going on, CG? Thank you, Josh. Yeah, no, I'm trying on you. Haruhi, I'm still going to do Haruhi, the Haruhi watch party a little bit later tonight. But after Haruhi's done, I'm going right to bed, bro. Thank you for the hydrate. I promise you I'm hydrating, but just know it's Glacier Freeze Gatorade is what we are drinking today, right? I actually cannot drink water currently. If I drink water, I will vomit. I can only drink Gatorade, and I can only eat bananas and chicken soup. It sucks. Yeah, no. I will give it like another like 5 minutes or so for more people to come rolling in before I get started, right? I'm gonna basically like speed run through everybody today because again, I'm not feeling 100% if you can't tell. No, why no cam? Because as you can see, it says I'm sick. I feel like crap. So I have vomited like maybe, I want to say like 10 times today. I'm super not trying to do that. I'm also not trying to get clipped on camera where if I somehow have to vomit on camera, I'm not trying to have myself get clipped for that. Hey, thank you, Milliard. For those of you guys who are wondering why we have Bellion as our background, it is simply because I keep pulling this character. And everyone tells me that if I decorate my entire profile, my whole fit is as Belly, and maybe she'll leave me alone, and maybe I can go finally get a Dragon Bride Senya. Yeah, you want more Bellions? Yes, dude. I have enough Bellions. I am Omega good, bro. I am Omega good, right? Like, I am super Omega good. Like, I do not need more Bellions, right? Like, there's a Bellion here, right? There's a Bellion here, and there are 3 Bellions here. I'm praising her for more Bellions? No, don't do that to me. Bro, is this just Senya time? I'm sick again with the stomach virus. So my mother is visiting for the holidays, and she ended up getting it from I believe my sister when she visited. And I've been taking care of her for the last couple of days. I'm like, just don't get me sick. Like, you gave me COVID back in July. Like, I don't need to get sick again. And so I tried to stay as far away from her as I could the entire time. And I somehow still got it. I'm sorry, ATK. ATK, that's the exact reason why I'm not doing it, bro. I don't wanna throw up on camera, bro. If I have to like emergency bail out, like I'm not trying to get clipped and have that clip played until the end of time. I'm not trying to end up on live stream fails, dude. Look, just feel bad for me anyway, just because I literally could only have a diet consisting of Gatorade and bananas. Dude, this is actually like, it's not the worst I've ever had it, Lux, but at the same time, it also kind of is the worst I've ever had it. So I've had like food poisoning or stomach viruses where like I am just completely unable to do anything, right? Like I'm just super dead to the world. I can't do anything. This one, surprisingly, I'm, for the most part, okay. But when it comes time to actually hurl, it's violent. I think that's the best way we could do it. I guess that's the best way we can describe it. I know that sounds gross, but like it's basically like a geyser.
I believe in you.
It's very, very gross. Thank you, Asmodeus. Dude, I wish I could have banana bread. I can't. I can literally only eat bananas, chicken soup, and then Gatorade. I'm not allowed to have anything else. Yummy. Hopefully you guys, like I said, you guys did fine for World Arena this season. I know I helped about, like, I want to say almost 36 of you guys came through from the Discord this season. I was able to get you guys your skin, so, you know, hopefully you're enjoying that. You know, next season, if you didn't hit the skin, come to me earlier. I will try to help you. Like, I had a ton of people in my DMs asking me if I could get the skin for them today. And I'm like, dude, I got a stomach virus. And I'm trying to help, like, 3 or 4 guys already get their Emperor frame, their first Emperor frame. Like, hey, like, come to me earlier next time. Maybe I got you. Hey, community, thank you so much for the resub. 9 months. Yeah, no. I helped Sputnik and Jas and, to a lesser extent, Pooty. I literally died in the middle of Pooty's climb. Like, we were, like, 2 games out, and I literally ended up getting sick. So, I had to leave. But, I ended up helping getting those guys. I wish I could have gotten one-shot his first frame. He kind of disappeared, went to rely on his guildmates. But my hope was I could get him, his first frame. If you guys haven't seen, here's the skin. You could preview it already. You'll get this in about 3.5 hours, I want to say. So, this skin is so peak, though. This might be one of the best ones they've ever done, if not the best one. This one might be better than the Lionheart one.
Desire always exacts its toll.
Yeah. How do you post a build? On my Discord, which is linked in the stream's description, you'll find a channel called Fixit Streams. And in there, you just post your stuff. Did you end up getting it, Brad?
Now that you found me, are you prepared?
Yeah, the sprite expression's very good.
You ask a witch to grant your wish. You do understand what happens now.
Yeah, dude.
Offer me treasure, and
yeah, dude. The S3 animation is like Omega lewd. She got the lewd face.
Everything is the result of your choices. Accept your fate with humility. In this world, nothing comes for free. Haha. I've warned you, haven't I? Desire always exacts its toll.
Yeah. So surprisingly, Ashley's lines are not awful for that skin. It's still not Kelly, so that sucks. Yeah, right, Crank? Yeah. We're really going with Bois. Is Bois what we're calling Bystander Hua-Young? We're going with Bois-Young. Yeah, they knew what they were doing. Let's get into it. I mean, it's been you know, we don't have a lot. We're here for a good time, not a long time today, so let's schmoove. Oh wow, a lot of you guys posted. Like, there was only like 4 a couple hours ago, and now there's a billion. What happened? Let me see. There we go. I think that's our first one. Alright. There you go. So the first one's from Gamers, right? To rip my Amiki. Dude, my Amiki is trash, dude. Wear face cam, Smash? I'm sorry, dude. I'm sick. I don't, dude, as I said, I don't wanna throw up on stream. Also, my hair is a mess. I couldn't even get my hair cut like I was supposed to. Mort hater is me. Well, yeah, you play slow, so of course. Gamer says, I'm unsure if I'm lacking speed or I need to bulk up on him. I hope you feel better. Thanks for all the help. No problem. Thank you for the well wishes. I think you're like okay, kind of. Oh, you're on injury. That's why I really don't like injury. I think that for injury, you're probably in a good spot. That helmet's pretty bad, though. I'm not gonna lie. That helmet's pretty terrible. And then, like, the boots are just alright. They're fine. This is obviously AI, like, premium gear. Like, I'll show you what I played for Mort the whole season. Right? Let me go over here to just show you. Let's go on Darestar. So I played this, like, all season. Like, our bulk is similar, but obviously I have more crit hit damage. I think in the future, I'm gonna go, take this off and wear a health percentage necklace, so he's like 26.5k. I think that's where you really want him, but the problem is you're on injury, and I think injury, because it doesn't offer inherent stats, like, that might be as good as you can get. Right? That's why I'm not, like, real big on the injury set. Oh my god, hold on. Jeez, bro. This guy. This guy, bro. Alright, hold on. This guy, bro.
Not all lies are bad, just as the truth is not always good.
There you go. You happy? What is a good Mort build? Like I said, I think it's like 26k. I think it's literally 200 speed, 200 crit damage, like 26k, like 1200 to 1300 defense. Also, I don't like Elbrus Ritual Sword. I think that the best artifact that I have found on Mort has been Holy Sack. I have won so many games off this character on Holy Sack. It's like unreal. Like, I know it's good for Guild Wars, but like even in RTA, I have just absolutely destroyed people because they blow all their cooldowns to kill Mort, and then he just revives, and it's just like, ah, shit, he's still here, and then I stomp on them, and then I win. So, Dark Shuri or Dark Flam, which is better? They do different things. They do completely different things, Dudley. I think that Shuri is good if you play aggressive. I think that Flan is good if you play control.
Asmodeus 37 cheered Dex 100. See, that is your problem. You got sick because you didn't have Luna up to ward your illnesses and bad luck away, and look what happened. Now that she is back in your life, things should be turning around pretty fast. Seriously though, I wish you a speedy recovery and a Luna-filled life.
Alright, thank you, Asmodeus. Yeah, maybe that is true. Turn back on Luna. Dude, we got Luna Pillow though, so. We're not posting to a channel there, it's in Discord. You can go to ! Discord in the chat, and then you go to Fix It Streams and post there. But gamers, just overall, like 18 attack is wasted here. Necklace is not particularly amazing, and boots are just like fine, but the rest are okay. I mean, again, you're pretty much on the right spot for an injury Mort, but I think that the best Morts are not injury, so that's kind of like all I'll say on this. That's like my capstone on that. Next one we have is So Solid. Hey Sue, thanks for the hard work. Quick thing, my girl has done well throughout the season, but any recommendations on how to make her better, like drop speed and bulk versus more attack, or whatever you think? Is it worth it to bottle her arty a bit? I don't think it's ever worth it to bottle an artifact that's not limited. You'll eventually get Secret Art Storm Sword from just playing the game naturally over a long enough time. At a glance, your stat line looks pretty good. I don't really, like, attack could be a bit higher, but that's about it, right? Like, 88 helmet. You have a swap on your boots that you could do 6 for 8%, but that still doesn't change the fact that that's still, like, an average rolled piece. Yeah, you just need higher quality pieces. Like, I think you're in the right idea. I just think you need higher quality pieces, that's all. Yeah, Crank, please do. Like, a lot of people, I did not respond to people from last week because they literally were like, hey, I'm going to post it on like a Tuesday to cut the line. And I was like, no, I don't know how I feel about that. But yeah, like, I'm not asking you to replicate this, Celine, but like, you can see like, we're like, you know, you have way more crit damage than me, but I have way more attack. But like, you're not too far off damage-wise, right? So, yeah, thank you. I hopefully I'll be good by Sunday. I debated toying with doing this segment on Sunday, but I was like, no, that'll ruin all my plans. Like, I still wanted to do red lobbies for tomorrow. Hopefully I'm good by tomorrow night for red lobbies. Yeah, so Solid, you're good. Oh, what is this? Bread posted a Celine also. Oh no. Bread, please, I'm begging you. Hopefully it's normal. Actually, this looks kind of good. Yeah, I think this is good. Oh my god. Bread actually posted something that doesn't make my head hurt. That's a dub. Yeah, obviously you reforged this, right? And like that flat health there, not the best. That could be just HP percentage on the boot. But I think you're fine. I think your damage looks really good. No bulk, but is what it is. Don't worry about it. Yeah, this is the most normal build we've ever seen from Brad. This is actually fine. Hotshot is up next. Hotshot says, still a work in progress. Farming Wyvern, right? Using it with Harsetti, Young Senya, and Mort. You're using it with Harsetti, Young Senya, and Mort? For like arena? Yeah, you just need this is you definitely need to be faster than this, I think, Hotshot. So there's a couple of things. One, this character is a speed demon, and if you're not gonna play this character fast, then you want them to have really high effectiveness or surprisingly really high ER. Like there was a lot of Bastion of Hope, see Phantom Politis on ladder at the end of the season. And they weren't particularly very fast. So you don't have to worry about like going too fast. You could still use her as a utility piece as a slower player. But right now, just looking at it, like you don't want attack percentage necklace. You want health percentage here. And then your ring, health percentage or effectiveness is here is fine. Boots are all damage stats. We don't really need damage stats on this character. The sword is okay, not great. Body or helmet is all damage stats. Same thing. Like body is also not super good either. It's a dash piece. So just overall, we need to get more pieces that have really high HP, speed, and effectiveness. Or like I said, if you wanted to go ER. As for artifacts, I think Guide to a Decision is a pretty good budget option for you. And I think Blue Flan's artifact is also really good. So hopefully that gives you an idea of like where to go. Yeah. Villager's Folly. No, I don't think that's the case. You're crazy, Asmodeus. Yeah, damage stats are never good on that character, Hotshot. Like she only has one attack, and it's a guaranteed dual attack. Like you're not there to deal damage to her. She's like she's a support basically. All right, next up is Derek. Says having trouble getting to 100% crit while holding on to bulk and damage. What would you suggest? What is a good compromise? Your bulk is great. Your speed is good. Yeah, you have too much crit damage. That's why. Yeah, that's the issue. You just have too much crit damage. Like you have bulk, you have everything, just the crit chance, and your pieces are higher quality. The easy way to fix this, you kind of like cheat with destruction set, is you go crit chance necklace, and then you choose all of your pieces to have crit damage to offset the fact that you're not on the crit damage set, the crit damage necklace, right? Like that's pretty much what you need to do. I think this looks really good, except like I said, not the stuff, not the crit chance. Not being 100%, that kind of hurts you. But yeah, now you have the idea, Derek. That's kind of what makes it possible. Is you need to use like the crit chance necklace if you're trying to have it all on the character. That's like the life hack, right? Because when you think about it, like equipment score wise, the crit damage necklace is worth roughly 77 equipment score, the main stat. And then if you look at the necklace, a crit chance necklace, the main stat is worth about like 95 equipment score. So like that extra 20 or so, right, value, that extra 20 equipment score, that's what you're missing, right? You see you're missing 14 crit chance, like that is literally the difference maker. That's why you're not able to hit everything. Hopefully that answers your question. Let me check on YouTube's chat real fast. How are we feeling about limited Senya? Also, hope you thank you. I think that she's really good in Guild War and Arena, and I don't think she's particularly very strong in World Arena right now. I think that you need to chef her. Like you need, there's gonna be somebody that cooks up a comp with young Senya that's really good, but she's not a generically usable character. She's like Fumier. You gotta cook with her to make her really relevant. All right. All right. Next we have Rex. Excuse me. Rex says, I'm 1 point shy of 2,000 defense. Don't mind the crit chance. I can get imprints of her when I get copies of her RGB. Edit. I'm kind of busy today, so I won't be able to catch the stream. Please and thank you. Okay, Rex. So I think that damage is slightly too low, and I think that health is slightly too low. But I think otherwise you're to go. Oh, it's on counter set. Yo, what kind of demonic stuff is this? This is demonic. What are you doing? Yo, I'm gonna keep it a buck, dude. I think I would lower your speed. I think that like having like this 1917 speed nonsense is like what's hurting you if you wanted to play counter. I mean, at that point, you just go for like the Destro stat line, right? Like 210 speed is what you want if you want a player on speed set, so she could cut in front of people and kind of help stabilize your matches in standard matches, or like where you need to cut like versus cleave or something, or versus control. But like if you're just trying to play her for like, you know, not cutting, then like why wouldn't you just play her at like 170, 180 and then just like get the 17 to 18k HP and get the higher crit chance? Like it just doesn't make any sense. I think I would just do that. I think I would just slow her down and go nuts. Otherwise, yeah, these pieces on the left are all insane. Boots are insane too. Yeah, I would just change the necklace and the ring, maybe. Ring especially. You probably, honestly, just changing the ring alone to have something with like way higher HP could probably save you. Yeah, that's also true. You're playing immunity crit, or I'm sorry, immunity counter. Neither of these sets give any stats. So like you really need to have nutso gear. Like that's why you're like you're struggling to hit certain breakpoints, and you can kind of see, right? It's because you have 6 pieces that give no gear, no actual stat line. I think this is a cool idea. I don't know how good it actually is though. I think if it was me, if I was going for this, I would just play Destro instead. I play Destro immunity. I think that's probably better, especially if you're trying to play slower in general. Next up, we have Sign. What's going on, Sign? How are you? This looks pretty good, actually. This looks kind of nice, actually. I don't know how strong it is. The character is very, very new. But overall, this looks pretty good. Are these the freebie Senya pieces? I hope not. Good, I did auto equip. Okay. The 70F is kind of wasted here, right? So like helmet had like the effectiveness here on the sword and the helmet not super great. Yeah, same with the necklace. Like this is like certainly usable, but like they're long term you would like to upgrade these pieces a little bit more. I think 15 to 1600 defense, like 25k HP and like 100 ER with whatever speed you could get is probably good enough for this character. Dude, why is every Senya just like turbo thick, bro? Like I don't understand. Like why do they do this? Like why do they like, yo, Senya's the character where if you just want bulk, you just shovel it onto her. Colonel, if I missed your thing, I haven't missed anything other than like people posting stuff that's like not in the window. Like people were posting stuff, right? So this is from the 8th, right? It's the 8th. That was 5 days ago. So if I missed it, it's because it was either posted not on Friday/Saturday, which is when I usually take submissions, or more likely, you probably submitted multiple things. I only do one per. If I missed it in error, then like just DM me about it on Discord. Yeah, dude, she's really insane in arena. I mean, you don't need much. Like, this seems like this is usable for just arena. I just think that all this effectiveness, this could just be HP. If you could convert it to, like, you know, other stuff. Like, even the attack is, like, it's whatever. So, like, for just, like, free gear, this is pretty good. Next up, we have Hokichi. Here's another Senya. Yeah, see, yeah, this is like about what I was talking about. This looks like a pretty good stat line. These pieces are very, very low rolled though. Like, I think this looks good, but just like long term, if this character ends up being like meta for like, you know, sweaty RTA games, you might want to consider upgrading some of this stuff. Boots are great. Yeah, boots are great. The rest of this is... Necklace is alright, too. The rest of it is kind of suspect. But I think that overall it's still pretty good. Yeah. How about RTA? Is she good? We won't know. She's currently banned. You can only play her versus your friends in mock lobbies. And from our testing from Wednesday night, she seemed alright. Not amazing, but just alright. I think that you have to be a dedicated young Senya player for her to really... Like, you have to build your account around her and have specific drafts for her. Cookie had the best showing with the character. And that's because he specifically built characters to play with young Senya. Yeah, she cuts regardless, yes. Yeah, you could also play health percentage boots. That is true. No, stop, ATK. Back. We don't condone that here on the I'm Sue channel. Alright. Sue on the Kepo Dragon. Hey, Sue. A while ago, I submitted Dibba on the speed set, but you pointed out some adjustments that I could make in the gear I had, so I swapped her out to Destro. Is this stat line what I should be looking for on Destro? Oh, this looks really good. Yeah, this looks really good. Yeah, I mean, you have the 9 ER on the boot. You could change that out. You could swap that maybe, but honestly, you could just leave it. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, this looks great. Is it Nichez213? Thank you for the follow. Probably Asmodeus. That might be the best way to actually play it. But yeah, this looks incredibly good. Like, you usually want like 170 speed with like really good defense, HP, and crit damage, and I think you've kind of nailed it all here. Damn, bro, and you're not even on the crit chance imprint. That's crazy, bro. We're actually playing for the health. This is really good. What are your thoughts on the P-Fan skin and RTA frame? I think that the P-Fan skin, we already talked about it earlier. I think it's really good. It might be one of the best skins, if not the best skin they've made. As for the frame, I'll show you real fast. We'll go back to this. I think it was Sputnik pointed out that the legend frame, is a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. Like, it literally looks like a turtle head poking out here. Phrasing. And I think that's hilarious. It literally looks like a frog or like a turtle on the top right-hand corner of the frame. I think that's really funny. So. Yeah, hopefully you guys have all got the, you all guys got your skins. Alright, let's move on. Muffin once again with another masterpiece. The only comment Muffin posted with this build is just chocolate. Bro, I don't even know what this character does. What is this? Hold on. What does this character even do? What does this character do, bro? Like, hold on. Hold on. What's it do? I don't even know what this does. It's CR pushes? Don't lie to me. What type is it under? Unknown? Magical creature? Oh no. Yo, where is it? There's all the slimes here. There it is. But why though? But like, why would you build this? Wait, this is Specimen says it here? But why though? Looking at that body, that's definitely, we bricked that speed. That body is definitely bricked. I can definitely tell looking at it. And that necklace is not very good. The rest of it, pretty good. If like this is actually Specimen says clear, like there you go. Body and necklace not good. Everything else quite good. Oh, this is gear you won for Spez? No. Oh, you don't have Spez. Okay. I'm confused. Everything about this confuses me. Alright. Telephania. I actually built this girl before her above. How fast does she need to be nowadays? If slower works, should I focus on more attack or HP? You usually play her really fast. I don't know anybody who cleaves with her. Like, if you play her standard, 230 is usually good enough. You definitely need more attack. I found that, the character just doesn't do what you want her to do at, like, less than, like, 2700 attack. She just doesn't proc the BBK at lower than that. So you definitely want, more of that. I don't know. Does anyone have a cleave one that we can reference here? Because I said for standard, I'll show you guys mine for standard. It doesn't need to be. You have to have it tuned with your opener with top model Luluka. Okay. Yeah, mine looks like this. Like almost 2700 attack. And you want the effectiveness really high so that way you can tag BBKs. So something like this. This is, like I said, this is for standard Veronica. Yeah, for cleave, like I said, it's probably like 290 speed. I don't know what else, yeah, I don't know what else stat she wants, but this is mine. This is what I've been playing all season. Yeah, sorry, I wish I could give you more on that, Zalafania. I recommend checking out Hero Library if you're looking for how to build her fast. There's probably a you know, a good average baseline there. Next up we have Jiraiya. Jiraiya says, with the buff, I see Zio synergy for the CR push, and then team pushback. This character actually is low-key kind of decent even now. Attack is good, F is good, speed is great. Bulk, not so great, but I mean, you're really fast. And you say you're playing her with Xiao. Yeah, exactly. No, so you get it. That's what I was saying, Jiraiya. Like, people don't like plan with her buffs. They're like, it's not good enough, it needs to be the old one, and I'm just like, homie, you can literally just S3 with Xiao, and then that'll proc Pirate Captain Flan's 15% CR push for the team, and that might be good enough to get you there. Oh, sorry. Thank you. Brain fart, but there you go. This is actually really good, Captain Flan. Not having a set bonus sucks, but I mean, I get why. We're playing it for the 20 and the 17 speed. Thank you, ATK, for pointing that out. Yeah, I think this is good, Jiraiya. Yeah, that ring is nuts, right? She's got Luna's shoes on. The once in a lifetime shoes. Yeah, this is pretty good. I mean, Jiraiya usually submits stuff that like doesn't really need much fixing. You have a swap here, by the way, for 6% defense to 8%. Like that's just free. That's free real estate. Might as well just take that. But yeah, this looks great. Next up, we have Twilight here. So I've never really used this unit and would like any feedback on how best to build her. Not sure if I'm between builds, to be honest. Also, any suggestions for her artifact? Fairy Tale for a Nightmare was the best one for a long time, but now, with her buffs coming up, maybe Yellow Violin is pretty good. You could also play her on Book to guarantee Soulburn Seal. Looking at this, I think that you don't have enough bulk. I think that you don't need the effectiveness, if I'm being real with you. I don't know if you really need that badly because of Soulburn, Ignore ER. But this is definitely too squishy for Archdemon Shadow. You usually want her to be like, you know, 1700 defense, like 15k HP. That was what it was in the old days when damage was not as high. So I'll be real with you. I think that it's probably more correct to be like 1800 defense, like 18k HP. Like even if it means having no crit damage and no effectiveness. Like if this character gets tapped, like you're just dead. Yo, let's go, Mimic. Congrats on your skin. But yeah, that's my thoughts on it. Like the body is incredible, but like not for this character. You do still want to attack, by the way. Like I don't think I would play this character with like less than like 2800 attack, because you like otherwise her burns just don't do any damage. You think it's F10A artifact is the best one? Well, remember she has built-in F10A now with her buffs coming out. So like I don't know if you need double F10A. Maybe, who knows? That's definitely one of those things you have to test. But I can tell you for sure from experience that counter set, this is not bulky enough. And then for speed set ones, if you guys wanted to play her on speed set, it's usually like 230 speed on Book. But F10A are they strips? Yeah, but it's not as consistent at stripping as Violin is. Alright. Hopefully that points you in the right direction, Twilight. Let's move on to Germer1. Says, she works for me, but I wanted to ask if you would think slowing her down to gain HP would be worth it. Just want to know the opinion of other people. Oh god, dude. I literally just lectured Jas on having a 240 Dragon Ride. 257 is nuts with this level of bulk. I don't know, man. I've always envisioned this character as like a 215 to 220 speed character with higher HP. I don't really get the appeal of like, let's move it at 260. Right? This is like Laia gear looking at it. Yeah. Yeah, this character, like I said, Jas was 240, and that was good enough for Emperor. Like, I think you're actually overclocking, man. You're schmoving too fast. Not that that's a problem. If like you have setups that you want to use with this, go for it. But I think that if it was me, I would slow it down a little bit to pick up some more HP. If I had like 36k HP, I'd be pretty good with it. Yeah, what Sputnik said. Yeah, if you have her like with a cleave BBK, like a 250 speed BBK right behind her, then yeah, that could work. But otherwise, I think you get more out of being slightly slower. Calum's posted a Veronica for those who wanted to see a speed Veronica. Here's a speed Veronica. Usually, I assume the reason for no F is because you're drafting her with Book if you're cleaving with her. But here you go. The faster one. It's a little bit slower than the one that was posted, but gives you an idea. Again, note the attack. The attack needs to be like over 2800. I mean, mine barely didn't get the bombs that I needed. Like, there would be times where I would lose matches because I wouldn't do enough damage at 2660 or whatever I was at. Alright. Let's move on to Luxeus. Alright, Luxeus has a Senya here. It says, this is what I could get so far for her. Just trying to see what I can improve upon. Still debating on re-rolling her ring. By the way, but the way it rolled is good. Only issue is the attack stat. Ah, yeah, I can see that. I think you definitely want a different sword. Like, that sword is kind of mid. Surprisingly, the helmet is more acceptable, I feel like, than the sword. I think they're fine, both the sword and the helmet, but you could do with a better one long term. Ooh, that's a lot of defense on that necklace. Boots pretty good. And then so's body. I mean, this looks usable. Again, I don't know exactly what everyone else is playing on her. Yeah, obviously you'd want those purples or your red long term. This look, yeah. Yeah, those boots are really, really good. Yeah, I mean, you're pretty much on the nose there. That the hands are pretty much the only, like, the ring. They're the only, like, really whatever thing on the character. Because it's just a lot of attack that doesn't really do much for you. So yeah, you obviously replace that, and then long term, if you want to change out your helmet and your sword, that'd be fine too. No effective summon Verona because book. Okay, I was right. Okay. Yeah, but Lux, there you go. Is this, how do you pronounce this? Schmeatkel? Like Schmeargle? Anyways, it's a Genoa. It looks fast. Like, why does it feel like we could have... Like, I think we want a different body. We want more crit damage on our body. Like, HP doesn't do much for us. We want something that's a bit more crit stat-centric on the body, for sure. I also feel like... correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't this feel like our damage stats are just low? And our speed is high? Yeah. I feel like this is just a case of... we're too fast. Let me go look at mine. I don't have, like, the world's best Genoa, but... yeah, see? I mean, you're supposed to play, like, 220, but I can't really get 220 speed on this. But, like, I have more attack and more crit hit damage. Like, I just think we don't have enough damage. I think we went too hard on the speed. And I think you're going to find that you're going to have trouble killing when it really counts with only 3600 attack and, like, 290 crit damage. So I think you need to take some of these other pieces, like the sword. Sword's incredible, right? But maybe not for this Genoa. Right? Looking at other stuff. Yeah, I think that's like the big one, is like the sword. Sword and the body, I think, are the two biggest ones that are hurting us. Yeah, it being all 88 gear, yeah, you do lose some stats long term on it being all 88. But yeah, I think it's sword and body are the two biggest things. I think we need a sword that has like 30% attack on it and some good crit chance. And then same thing, body, I don't want to see 20 HP on my body for a character that I want to have like no HP on it whatsoever. Right? Like ring, obviously also not amazing. Like great ring for generic, general use, but 20% HP on Genoa, that's a lot of wasted stats, right? Like you don't need 11k HP, right? I know I'm playing at 11k HP also because LOL Scorpio Thief. But obviously, if you really want to max the character, you don't really want HP on him. You want him to proc because he just pops off the second he gets hit. Like 11k is actually bad on him. Again, my Janu is not very good. Alright, let's move on to Tony Senpai. I was wondering if haste is lacking in any areas. Appreciate it, man. Health looks a little low. Ooh, it's an F haste. I'm not big on F haste, but I know that he does do some good work. Right? It's not my cup of tea, but there's definitely ones that I've come across on ladder that are on F, and they do some good work. The big thing is definitely your HP. It's just, I just think it's a tad low. Especially for a triple S one, like, here, let me show you mine. Mine looks like so, right? So if you just take mine and then swap your ER for F, like it's kind of the same build, but you won't really want that nice like 1800 defense with like 24 or 25k HP with like 100 of either F or ER. Your choice. Right? Or you could just forego F and ER altogether and just dump it more into HP. Yeah. That's another way of playing it so solid. You can play like 26k HP with no ER. Honestly, in the future, that might be the way I go about playing the character. Yeah, F haste is very, very annoying. I agree. It's better than I gave it credit. Right? This character is very strong, by the way, in this meta. Like, it is one of the best characters in the game right now. But yeah, hopefully, Tony, that puts you in the right thing. Next up is, I think this is Alan, right? Alright. I believe this is Alan. Alan is Big Chungus' son. Alright, let's look at it. Yeah, I've got no changes looking at the stat line. Let me see the specific pieces. 147 flat attack on that ring is kind of criminal, right? Can't you, like, re-roll that into, like, attack percentage, or... Is that brick? That's, like, the only thing that stands out is, like, what the hell is that? We're sick, Dragon Slayer. We're trying to make it through Fix It Friday, because I didn't want to skip it. Hey, what's going on, Machi? Yeah, my climb was fine. I secured Emperor earlier this morning. Like, I woke up early, wasn't feeling great, but I was like, hey, no one's gonna be playing. I should be able to easily just jump up like 30 points and just secure it, because I was like right there, and that's exactly what I did. I literally played like 4 games, I think, and I got it like right away. It's just boom, boom, boom. Yeah. Yeah, Alan, good looking Abyssal. I think just the flat attack, like maybe attack percentage swap is better. I think you have to check that one. That's a math angle. Alright, Aderon is next. Looks alright. Let me see. You have a swap on the helmet. You can get 5% defense to 8%, which is nice. Necklace is like, it's like iffy, right? It's not terrible, but it's not good either. I think ring is fine. Boots could definitely be better though. Like boots are kind of low value, man. That's not good. Yeah, I think I would probably seek out a different necklace and a different boot. But I think we're like in a decent spot. This looks like a standard Alencia to me. Def is low? 1350 is fine for Alencia. Usually she's only played at 1200. You managed to secure bronze 5. Don't lie to me. Alright. Thank you. Thank you so much. Next up is Community Gaming. Thank you again, by the way, for the sub earlier. Oh no. But why? But why? But why? Yo, thank you, Sushi. But yeah, but seriously, but why? I feel like this is a troll. If I say it's not good, then does that make Smilegate like a liar? Because it says it's perfect gear. It's optimal build. Right? Optimal build, right? Right, we go over here.
What do you think?
Optimal equipment pack. If I say it's bad, like... Alright, like... I think this is pretty funny. But yeah, like, I don't really think that the paid gear is very good in this pack. There you go. I don't think it's very good in this pack. Thank you for the laugh. If that was serious, then I don't know. Yo, let's go. Let's go, Last Rider Crow on Lifesteal. This is Sputniks. Defense is kind of high. Health feels like it could be better. Obviously, I'm a big fan of immunity or like Bastion, but like I know this is like the rock that you've been using the whole season, so yeah. I mean, that body's nuts, by the way. This Crow is nuts. This is Sputniks. This was like his first pick all season for World Arena. Evan's eyebrows are twitching right now. Well, surely, is that a good or a bad thing? Because I know Evan is a Lifesteal Crow enthusiast. Oh, no problem. Sure. Yeah, I don't really have a whole heck of a lot to say on this. Like, it looks like it's good at a glance. Like, obviously you have, like, 8F that doesn't do anything, but, like, what are you going to do about that, right? It looks good. If it was me, though, I would have, like, 1700 defense and, like, 29 HP, but, you know, that's a luxury on Lifesteal Crow, right? Like, this character's a bitch and a half to build on Lifesteal, so I'll give you the pass. Oh, yeah, dude. Well, Evan's the first person that put me onto it. Speaking of making eyebrows twitch, here's a designer Lilibet from ATK, which is just straight up like 30 speed faster than most Destro builds, but yeah, here we are. I mean, this is good. The question now, though, is are you best designer Lilibet World? I know you're best Lilibet World. Are you best designer Lilibet World? Feels like this is not up to the usual broken ATK gear standards. This still looks better than whatever I could build, though. Yeah, you always have, like, such, like, perfect gear. Like, it's just like, oh, there's no wasted subs on any of my stuff. Someone hacked his account, surely? I don't know, man. ATK is just a machine. He's too strong. His power level is way too high. It's 530,000, bro. Dude, that had me dying in the Nikke side story, where Maiden was explaining that they're going to end up fighting these villains, and they're just going to try to explain to everybody how their power level is maximum, and how it's over 9,000, and then they're going to correct themselves, and how it's over actually 530,000. And I thought it was just like a throwaway line. And then, like, literally, like, an hour later into the gameplay, Suin shows up and is just like, you can't beat me. My power level is maximum. It's over 9,000. Actually, it's over 530,000. And then she cackles maniacally, and I was like, no. This is not real. They did not just set up. They did not play the long con for a Dragon Ball joke, but they did. They didn't have to, but they did. Alright, let's move on to Oshikanda. How have you been, by the way? I haven't seen you in a little bit. This looks alright. I think you're too fast for Savior Auden. I don't know. Like, 220 is, I guess, okay. Like, it's quality gear. I mean, if you want it, you want to play it, you got it. The necklace is whatever. Savior Auden as a character is kind of not good anymore unless you're a new player. I think she's like good for like Challenge Abyss. I think that's like kind of her use now. It's actually weird how this character was toxic as hell for like the last 2 years, and now I think she's just unusably bad. I think that the future for this character might be Villager Auden. Villager Auden might be the way going forward. But yeah, necklace and ring are the weakest points on this one. Oshikanda. The rest is great. I was gonna say no, I actually don't mind it cranked until I played against like all of the villager ones that like I feel like, you know how like for red lobbies we have choose one, like pick one. I feel like you should be banned from having Empyrean Illinev and Harsetti on the same team. I literally do not mind Harsetti in the slightest if you don't have Empyrean Illinev. If you have Empyrean Illinev and Harsetti together, like that is like literally the fastest like get me the hell out of this match, dude. Because like the game takes forever and nothing dies. No, we don't need. Oh, you guys crack me up. Chad is talking about how Car 6 does not go live enough. Anyways, let's move on to Egged. Egged with another Alencia. Ooh, this one looks quite good. Oh, 106 flat attack on the shoes is quite on for it. I think I would just swap that. Yeah, but oh, then the 12 effectiveness. It's not the worst. This looks quite good though, Egg. I actually like this Alencia a lot. It's very tanky. I should try to replicate this. I like this one. R was like my number 4 most watched streamer this year. I see. Who was number 1? I'm waiting for him to be like, that's classified. Blue 7? I see. But yeah, this Egg, this one looks great. I don't really have any feedback aside from like the random attack on it is like, it's not the end of the world. But you know, it could obviously be something a bit better. Like if this was like this 14% attack was crit damage, that would have been better. Alright. Next up we have Turin here. It says preparing for the buff next patch. Oh no, this is what I was talking about before. Guys, you can't not be this tanky. I don't like Abyssal on this character at all. I would be number 1 if I streamed every day. I'm trying, man. I'm trying my best. I was number 3? Okay, let's go. Dude, Kev number 2? Dude, yeah, Kev... Dude, Kev is live every day, bro. How many mullahs for Veronica? Definitely the S2. Let me go tell you how much I'm on. How are you, Sue? I am on... you don't really need this. It's nice to have, but like this is mandatory, and the -1 turn cooldown is mandatory, I think. Yeah, Kev is very, very consistent. I would love to one day be as consistent as he is. I mean, I'm getting better. I was really inconsistent last year. I'm getting better. I know there are some things that I wish I could do. Or I feel like I bite off more than I could chew sometimes. Right? Like, I think, hey, I could stream this, or I could do this. And then it's just like, I don't have enough hours in the day. That's why you see, like, less guides from me overall, because it's like, it's so hard to get all the guides and keep track of all the influx of new stuff and also do the streams. This is very hard. But yeah, we already talked about this earlier, but like, this bulk is not good for Archdemon Shadow. If you're gonna play this bulk, she better be like 240 speed on speed set with book, and then just blow people up with crazy high damage. Yeah, no, dude, if you only have to stream and you don't have to YouTube, it's super easy. But like, if you have to YouTube, it's like not, and then also you're working like a normal job, it's like, no, how do I do this? Like, how do I do all of this? It's like impossible. Crit damage necklace? Yeah, that's the other thing. It's all, your crit damage is too high. You don't need crit damage on this character. Also, not having the Last Awoken does hurt you a lot on this character. Yeah, same thing I said before. You want like 1600 defense, like 16k HP. Like, counter set, the name of the game is be really, really tanky. You can't afford things like crit hit damage. You can't afford things like effectiveness. Like, it's just not gonna work. And I think your artifact should be Fairy Tale for a Nightmare or like Yellow Violin. Unless you want to just, you know, completely get rid of counter set altogether and go for speed set on book. Yeah, see, like this. This is closer to correct. Alright, it's like this. See how it's like we have some crit chance, no real crit damage. Right, and then our bulk is decent. Even I would go higher bulk even in this, if I'm being real with you. But that gives you like an idea, like this is like way, way, way under where it needs to be. Alright, let's move on. Move on to Durstar. Hopefully you're still here. Hold on, what is this? Wait, this is not you, right? Okay. I saw what Bread posted, yeah. Doesn't seem to do enough damage. Alright, well, I got your answer for you right here, Durstar. It's pretty simple. You see this set on your helmet and this set on your necklace? She naturally has that. So, like, this set does nothing. You need Torrent set. That's why it feels like you do no damage. You don't have Torrent set. Torrent set is everything on that character. Hey, Byako. Thank you for the raid. Did you secure, homie? He explained it earlier in the stream, Red, why he took a screenshot with his camera. I don't know. I forget the reason, but he did explain why he did it earlier in the stream. But yeah, you definitely need you need Torrent set. Like, you can't play this character on pen. 75 necklace is also not it. But yeah, Byako, did you get it or no? Yeah, Windows Shift S is the clipping tool. Yeah. Oh, let me look at the rest of it. Yo, those boots are really good. That body piece is not good at all. Yeah, necklace is also not super great. Yeah, I think I get 36% attack, but like not having a 75 there is like not it. Yeah, you have to basically change out your body, your helmet, your necklace. Yeah. Jess redeemed. Become VIP. Let's go. Here's my garbage Gala. I gutted her. I took everything away from her because I didn't play her this season at all. She's bad. Instead, you can look at my Baiken. While I go over here real fast and I VIP Jas. Let's go over here. Rolls, where are you? Yo, why is it when I go to the roll queue, it's like, you want this picture of Shy Lily? There you go. Should be there, right? Alright, is it there? We did it? Oh, it's I am Jazz 21. Damn. Well, I just VIP'd a character, yeah, a character, a person. But it's not you. So let's fix that. Dude, my brain is like super dash right now. Like, you ever feel like it's like the front of your head, like your forehead is just like, it's like roasting? That's how I feel right now. Two for one deal. I first picked Gala and secured my masters. Bro, she's good. Yeah, I mean, Gala is really good. Like, Pooty was using her for most of the season. She's still a very strong character. Also, Damon Wolf, thank you for the follow. Alright. Let me go over here real fast. Back over to this. Alright. Next one here is from, who is this from? Cranked. Only modded piece is the attack percentage on the helmet. No clue how to use this unit. Your ER is really low. Your attack is really high, but you want more ER than that. I mean, I play like 165, 170, and that's already too low. Alright, I'll wait. Honestly, I think I would just switch to an ER ring. Yeah, I think I would just switch to an ER ring. Everyone wants to go tank down because it's the safe, reliable way for most people who don't have speed to play the game. Dude, don't tell them I'm handsome. If I was handsome, I would have my camera turned on. Freedom, what? Nothing. I just think that you have too much attack, not enough ER. I would just switch to an ER ring. Just switch to an ER ring with a bunch of attack on it. You're good to go. That's it. That's pretty much it, right? If you can somehow get 5,000 attack while having the ER ring, you're pretty much golden. Like, you have like perfect Amiki. No, not really. This character literally only cares about 3 stats. It's attack, ER, maybe effectiveness. If you don't give a shit about effectiveness, then who cares? Like, you could swap some stuff for F if you want. Like, you could swap your flat attack for it, but like, who cares? Like, dude, mine is also trash, Jazz. Don't worry about it. This one's better than mine. Alright, let's move on to Trini. Your Miki, yeah, I've seen tons of your videos, haven't played since ML Shoe, and I'm currently re-downloading. Oh, well, welcome back, Fees11. Hopefully, I don't know what made you want to come back. I'm curious. Well, yeah, welcome back. The burnout on WoW. Okay. Just looking for something else. Come back to E7 because you're burnt out on other stuff. I got you. Looking at this LRK from Trini here. It looks okay, right? Like, you have some wasted stats here or there, right? Like the ring is like super not good. But the rest of this is like fine, right? Like, it's not like you don't have like crazy high gear score, but like this is certainly a usable Last Rider crowd. The only thing that like really makes you go, yeah, that's not it, Chief, is the ring. The ring is like, let's be real, it's not very good. Like, you could either have a bunch of more speed or it could have a bunch of flat health, but like F21F, that does nothing for us, man. Also, I'm really big on immunity on this character if I'm not playing Bastion or Pelucia, so keep that in mind. Like, I put him on my Bastion because I want that Nakwal matchup. A little on the slow side? It depends on how you play the character. Like, I play the character slow, right? Like, I'm not too much different speed-wise, right? But you could see I'm, like, ridiculously tanky, right? Dude, if I only had more charms so I could get this to 30. I'm charm broke. ATK, help me. But yeah, this is certainly a serviceable LRK, but like I think we need to have like much higher quality gear for it to be like super elite. I actually really like that necklace though. Help your guild more? Homie, I helped my guild a ton. I literally spent it all in order to build this artifact. Like, do you think E7 is free to play friendly? Yes, as long as you don't try to go for World Arena. I think the game is not free to play friendly for those people who want to go for high ranks in World Arena. I think if you just care to do all the PvE content, experience the side stories, right? Just collect cool characters, yeah. It's still one of the most generous in the biz. Yeah, Deku, you could do that with Amiki drafting her with Christy, but like, why would I make the character worse and be locked into drafting her with Christy all the time? Like, Christy it's a fine unit, but I'm not like, I don't really think Christy is like amazing. Or you have to be a specialist to play Christy. Mine? Are you asking what my name is? It says it right below the stream. I'm Sue. Share heroes? It's in my Discord. The Discord is in the video description, the stream description. You jump in there and post under Fixit streams. So PvP without spending is basically cooked. I wouldn't say it's cooked, it's just a lot harder. You have to remember, like, the game is 6 years old at this point, so, like, in franchise players like me, who have been around since the beginning, have so many characters and so much gear, that if you come up against somebody like me, or, like, Valky, or any other, like, Tristan, any of you, like, these more in franchise players we've been around for a while, you basically have to trip us up with something we haven't seen before, because, like, odds are we're gonna have more characters than you, and we're gonna have better gear than you. That's not to say again that it can't be done. Jas just got his first Emperor frame, with only like about a year of playing, so like it's possible. Yeah, it's a lot harder if you don't have the meta units. Yeah, I mean, Dash event was a good time to jump in, man. That gave you so much stuff. Jas is up next. Congrats again on the frame, homie. Great bulk, actually. ER is good, too. I like this a lot. Necklace is a little sus. Yeah, I mean, seems like a reasonable set of gear. It could obviously, like, Necklace Sword could be better, but this seems like a pretty good ROL. Try to use her in preseason. Is Navy Captain Landy still meta? No, I think she's really bad in World Arena right now. The answer to it is Mort for most people. Mort beats her really badly. Lone Crescent Bologna beats her really badly. Blood Moon Haste beats her really badly. Yeah, there's a lot of characters that beat her very, very badly right now. Is Arwell usable during this meta? Yeah, she's alright. I was using her to counter Empyrean Illinab because all the other tanks are just, like, trash against her. Like, you could, like, Ambitious Tywin's the only really good tank versus her, and they always pair it with LRK, so, like, you can't use Ambitious Tywin. So, like, Arwell became, like, the option. But I heard going for Crab is not worth the grind mentally. It depends. Most of the player base can, even free-to-play, hit Champion. I think that if you are trying to push for Emperor or Legend, though, it is so difficult without a really deep box and really good gear. Crab is fine. I think Legend is too much of a commitment. That's why you don't see me go for it. Like, if you look at Vic, Vic played 2,500 games this season, dude. My average games played per season is like 500, dude. He literally played 5 times as much as I did this season. It's just so much dedication. Not to, like, take away from his achievement or anything. Like, he deserves it. I'm just saying, for the average person, a normal person, 2,500 games of Epic 7 when they average, like, about 5 to 10 minutes a piece is very... so it's a big commitment. Yeah, this is Vic's 3rd season seriously gunning for Legend. He's probably put in collectively about 8,000 matches in the last year. And again, those are like 10 minutes a piece when you think about it. With like the drafting and the way the games are played. It's probably closer to 6 minutes. 6 to 8 minutes, right? But like, think about how much time that is, right? Think about it, right? Like, if you play like, you can probably play like maybe 7 or 8 matches of RTA in an hour. And he played 8,000 matches in the last year. Think about how much time that is. Most people can't afford that level of commitment. You probably have school or work. Spend time with friends and family, loved ones. You think I'm good enough to push Legend? Well, I appreciate the bit of confidence. Move on to the RYK. Looks like a good Cleave Zeo to me. Yeah, I mean, good Cleave Zeo to me. Even the boots are like, the boots I thought would be a little bit suspect, but they're fine. Yeah, yo, hold on. Hold up, wait a minute. There is a problem with this. Bro, wear imprints. Imprints, Doko. Do you have dupes? Like, is this a duplicate Zeo? Because, like, there's literally zero excuse to not have this character. Triple S, it's free. That's pretty much my only real complaint. Oh, you have a swap here. You can swap 5 crit damage on the sword for 7 crit damage. Maybe even 8 crit damage. Yeah. Could be a second Zeo. That's the only one. Yeah, I think I'm making that change, right? Also, I think I'm changing the 51 flat attack here. I think I'm changing that to crit damage also. Same thing on the body. I'm probably changing the ER to crit damage. You can always swap back if it's not already. Yeah, otherwise this looks really good. It depends what you're using him for, Mimic. It depends on your playstyle. Some people like F, some people like damage, some people like hybrid. Dude, I hate laundry ATK. People always tell me how like laundry is their favorite chore. They're like, it's so easy, and I'm like, no, I hate laundry, dude. I really hate laundry. It's not that it's like hard, but like it's just like you sit there and you're like, well, I don't want like I want to wash it on delicate so that my stuff doesn't like wear out, and then you want to like hang dry it so that way it doesn't like wear out. You want to keep your clothes nice. So if you like actually want to keep your clothes nice and hang dry them and stuff, it's such a pain. Alright, so this one's from Am Frosty. Before I get to that, what is this? So I need an example of how to build P-Plan for standard, maybe we controlled. I'll just show you real fast. This is how I played her this season. Also, Brianna Plays, thank you so much for the follow. Yeah, it's like this. Ignore my unreforged piece. Yep. Yeah, we don't even get anything crazy off this, right? Yeah. There you go. Just tankier at like 210, 220 speed. Anyways, back to this simple Angelica. Alright, let's go. Usually you want this faster, no? Bulk is really good, but... No, I don't hand wash it, but I hang dry everything. It's a lot worse without the plus 30 artifact, I think. Yeah, a bit too much attack, yeah. I don't know. This is one of those ones where I actually don't know. I'll be really, I don't know. Because, like, I've always been under the impression that you play this character, like, really fast. I mean, this is all on, like, leftover gear, but, like, I've always been on the impression that this character is a 250 plus speed character with, like, 220 to 250 AR. The one that you have is much tankier. I don't know, does that actually survive? Does that one survive? This is things that we have to think about. I mean, I can say for certainty, like for sure, that sword is not it. That's one thing I can say for certainty. The ring also is less than stellar. The rest of it, like, the necklace also, like, yeah, there's some dead stats on some of these pieces. The sword definitely goes. The necklace and the ring, maybe you get a better one later on. So we're just, yeah. Yeah, I don't really know. This is one of those ones where, like, I wish that Professor was here because he could tell me. He's like this Angelica master. If this is too slow or too fast or whatever have you, what kind of bulk. He plays a lot of simple Angelica in RTA and Guild Wars. Yeah. Yeah, no, we'll see how it goes. This is one of those ones where I think that, we come back to this one, right, Aeon? This is one of those ones where I think that somebody who will come up with develop a build that'll be really good on this character. I mean, at a glance, this looks like a fine first attempt. Like I said, the sword is the only thing where I'm just like, yeah, that's not very good. Just 290 ER with 244 when I got the master. I see. So you slowed her down to get more bulk. Also, you could get one more speed off the EE, right? Like, I don't know if you actually care, but like you can just like feed your old ones to get a 10-1 from Alchemist Steeple. Yeah, at a glance, it's probably fine. Locked down a lot? Really? At 250 ER you got locked down a lot? That's crazy. Alright. I'm gonna move on to Jupiter, right? Like I said, this one's one of those ones where I'm just, it's out of my element. I don't actually know what to improve upon, I could just say with certainty that the sword has got to go, and I think that the necklace and the ring, they have a lot of dead stats on them. Like, high dead stats, like F. Maybe F is not as bad because she's got a Death Break now, but, like, 20 attack is, like, oof. Alright, let's move on to Jupiter. Oh, there's Senya. Hey, this looks pretty good. It's a very interesting necklace. Yeah, we have a couple of dead stats on our right side, but for the most part, this looks pretty good. I think I'm okay with this. We got the villager young Senya. Yeah, I think this looks pretty good, Jupiter. If you're playing her with Harseti, or into Harseti specifically for, like if you're playing her specifically into Harseti for Guild Wars and Arenas, I think this is probably really good. I don't think I would play this in World Arena, but for, you know, PvP versus AI content, this looks about as good as it could get. Maybe an out of left field question. Is there any rationale for building small Senya with crit chance, crit damage? I don't know. That's actually a good question. Maybe we explore that a bit more at some point. Yo, the Alencia hiding behind the table, though, is pretty funny. Really? Oh, that's definitely one of those things where I'll have to think about it. I'm not in the best state of mind to, like, ponder and brainstorm like that. My brain already feels like it's on fire, so the less, like, brainstorming, the better. Alright, let's move on to Mimic here with another Janua here. It says, considering Wind Rider as an alternative. I definitely would play Wind Rider on this character. Crit damage feels a little low. Ooh, that body is kind of tragic. Yeah, that body is definitely got to get changed. Man, even the ring is not particularly strong. Ooh, neither is the boots. I think the helmet's very good, and I think that your necklace is very good, and I think that your sword is also passable. But the other pieces, like the sword, I'm sorry, the body, the shoes, the ring, those definitely need more work. I think you've got the right attack stat at like 3,800, but I think you need like 300 crit damage, right? You can keep the speed about the same, and definitely go for Wind Rider. Alright, let's move on to Suchi here. Alright, so this looks pretty good. Stat line wise, this looks pretty good. Suchi says, I need a new boot and neck with that neck. Honestly, there's a lot of damage on that neck. I don't think I would be that upset keeping that one. The boot is less than stellar, but like again, it's a lot of crit damage. I think you're selling yourself a little bit too short on these pieces, right? Obviously your sword 2 speed can become 4 speed. I think that these are better. These pieces are better. Like, are they the worst pieces on the character? Yes, but like I think you're selling yourself short. I think these are good pieces because of how exceptionally high they roll, right? Like if you look at it, like that's like 39 or 40% attack on your necklace. That's very hard to replace, even if the rest of the stats suck. Same thing. You could swap like the 36 flat defense here to like flat attack if you wanted to pick up even more damage. Like I think you're in a good spot. I think you're selling yourself short on this build. This is actually really strong. The ring's crit chance should be modded. I agree with that. You can mod that to flat attack. But yeah, looks really good overall. Obviously, necklace long term, or I'm sorry, not necklace, helmet long term, maybe you make a swap, but I think this looks pretty good. Next up, we have Brianna. I assume this is Brianna Plays. This is another young Senya. A lot of young Senyas today. I think that might want more HP. Sword feels like we made a swap. Seems okay, okay. Body is also like alright. Ring. That's a weird ring. The ring is very low rolled. And I think the boot's very strong. Yeah, I just feel like we're less overall. We don't have as much HP. I think we need to focus on getting some higher HP pieces. Like, I don't think you need speed as badly as you're thinking on this character. I would go for a different sword. Maybe a different necklace also. Just I think I want more. No, I want more HP. I don't honestly like the boot is the best piece, but like I also really like the HP percentage boot. Like I don't even know if we need speed on this character if we're just playing her into Harseti on Guild Wars and whatnot. Yeah. Off rip, I think I would probably change the sword, change the ring maybe. Ring is pretty suspect. Like the 30% defense is really good, and the rest are all relevant subs. It's not very highly rolled. I think we might be able to do a little bit better than that. Like 27% HP on the body. Like it's pretty close to correct. I just feel like we're too fast. I think I just would rather be slower in exchange for more HP somehow. Yeah. Lower to 170 speed and get 20k. That's probably better. Like, I don't really think the character needs to be fast. I like that stat line quite a bit more. Because you just want her to... You're taking her into a specific fight for Arena or Guild Wars, and you're trying to get the Alencia Roar for big damage. Like, that's pretty much it. That's the character in a nutshell. I don't really know if she needs speed. Do on to Herrick's. Builder for the skin, never played Captain Landy though. Or not Captain Landy, Captain Flam though. I think you want your attack to be like 3k so that the bombs are a little bit more impactful. Your F is very good. I don't know if it needs to be that high. Like 200 is usually enough. I only play like 180. Sword is great. Helmet's great. Left side in general is just very, very good. The only thing that's a bit suspect is your ring. Yeah, I think only your ring is a bit suspect, but I think everything else looks really good on this character. Definitely want to try to pick up our attack. Honestly, like, maybe having an attack percentage ring with like 25 or 30 F would be a bit better. Let me see real fast. If we lost 60, we 173, 168, right? Yeah, we 168. So we need 32 F on the ring. That's kind of hard to do. If you could make that happen, if I could go attack ring with like 30% effectiveness, I think I'd be okay with that. I think that probably looks a little bit better. Alright, let's go next up to Necrao. Necrao says, fun times. Necrao always has the interesting builds. Yo! The villager counter Immortal Wukong. Let's go. Ah, dude, this is probably really good with the Senya. Oh my god, that necklace is so good. If you just want HP. That said though, the ring and the boot are pretty bad. I think if we could get better roll boot and ring, I think we're off to the races. But I think everything else looks really good. Even the necklace, like 1100 health on a necklace is absurd. Very, very hard. Tooth on this build is a huge mistake on Sigurd's. Yeah, so you think it's Sigurd's? Yeah, Sigurd's scythe probably works better than Uberi's. Just Tooth. I understand why you want Tooth, is because if you get the counter, you get the AoE proc. That could be pretty good. But Sigurd's might be better overall. I don't know. Tough call. Tough call. Usually for Tooth to be really good, though, you want like 4,800 attack on the character. Yeah. This is an interesting build. Like I said, I maybe artifact is not correct, but I definitely can tell you ring and boot are not the best. Everything else looks really good though. Does 2 only work on single target? If that's the case, then we absolutely change it. Let me see. Oh yeah. No, we actually have to go. Yeah. No, the crowd. You gotta go. You gotta go Sigurds. You gotta go Sigurds because Tooth does not work. Tooth does not work with his S1. Rip Bozo. Sorry. The fun police came to steal the build. They're like, no, we're done here. Alright. So after Necrao, I'm gonna skip over Mimic again because I only do 1 per stream. Per person. So I'm gonna move on here to Calum, who posted top model Luluka here. Not sure, but the only numbers you can see for outside of just speed is getting a better pen set that's better than the current crit set. Also, could ignore the 50% AR, could swap that to crit damage anytime. This is being my Ahmed pieces, is why the ER is even there. Okay, and then there's just an update. This is just an update on the last piece, Corinne. Yeah, let's go. Oh, I don't know. Damage loss here might not be worth it, but 310, kind of good. I don't know if the 2800 might be a little low, but you have to like tell me how that works out. As for this, yeesh. Boot. Your boot. Pretty low rolled. You could probably get higher damage stats than that, but the problem is getting rid of 19 crit chances. Bitch. Yeah, the only obvious things to do here are pen set for damage and a better boot. The boot is kind of not amazingly well rolled. Yeah, I think that's it. I think it's just that. One day I'll become a top model Luluka Cleaver after the servers close. I'd keep the Tooth because who doesn't want Luna cheering them to victory? Maybe. But like, you could use it on a different character that would cheer better. Oh, don't worry about it, Mimic. Yeah, Calum, I think the boot is the short-term solution to upgrade, and then the long-term solution is pen set. Alamut is up next with Mort. Should I change my F in sword to speed or keep it going? Else, thank you, Sia. Okay, thank you. I don't ever like swapping for speed, right? I don't ever really like making a speed swap because it's pretty terrible return on investment. I think you keep the F on that. Helmet could be a little bit better rolled. Boots are insane. You have a swap here, I believe, on your ring. You can pick up another 1% of the defense. I think your helmet and your ring are obviously your 2 lowest rolled pieces. I think they're fine. Getting better ones long term would really up the value of the character. I think this is overall really nice Mort though. I'm not a big fan of Elber's Ritual Sword, but your mileage may vary, right? I like Victorious Flag, I like Holy Sacrifice, I like Mature Sunglasses on this character. Oh! Dr. Doom is up next. Says, my Luna, please show yours. Do you recommend her gear on someone else? I mean, you want me to show mine? I'll show you mine. Here's my Luna. Which, by the way, this Luna that I'm about to show you, I believe 100% win rate this season. I think I played her maybe 6 games. I think every one except maybe 1. I'd have to check. But Luna, this Luna, this is the way. I won a lot of Harsetti matchups with Luna. I use her into Harsetti. I think she's really good there. Because right now the Harsettis, they're all on injury, so you need an attack-based damage dealer. And if you have her with her nat crit resist, and then also if you have her on Wukong's already, like you just have so much crit resist, right? So it's hard to kill her, and she just does big damage. And if you're on lifesteal, you could just sustain. I think she's very, very good in those spots. Obviously, I wish I had more crit hit damage, but hey, whatever. 450 gear score Luna, so. Didn't I used to have 20k HP, or is that someone else? No. Maybe you're thinking of New Moon Luna? And New Moon Luna is reasonably tanky, right? Only 60F, feels bad. I might slow this character, not slow her down, but I might go less HP, get 100F in the future. If I can go like 22.5k HP on New Moon Luna with 100F, I think I would do that.
Dr_Doomdar first just subscribed. At 9M gifted a tier 1 sub to Dr_Doomdar first.
That
Given 99 gift subs in the channel.
That is in fact them, I believe. Dr. Doom, yes. Okay. I believe this is them, yes. So, yeah, as you can see, you need more HP, right? That's pretty much what it comes down to. Right.
Asmodeus37 just subscribed. At 9M gifted a tier 1 sub
Thank
to
you again.
Asmodeus37. They have given 100 gift subs in the channel.
Oh, 100. Wow. Ew. Thank you again, ATK. But yeah, here you go. Yeah, so I'm on crit, attack, and then speed, and then these just pieces have really high stats in general.
Crankit just subscribed. At 9M gifted a tier 1 sub to Cranked DT.
Yeah.
They have given 101 gift subs in the channel.
So if you wanted to see, that's what my Luna looks like. So yeah, like I said, for you, you just need more HP, right? Maybe less crit damage could do it, right? I think we focus too high on the crit damage here. Like it's a build that works. It's still a little bit niche. It's very hard to use. You don't need Pipette Lance if you're on lifesteal already. You can just choose Draco Plate or Wukong's Artifact. I think is incredibly good. I think if you play her on Wukong's Artifact, she's very easy to build. Speaking of RTA ranks, guys, like season ends in a little bit. Make sure you guys are getting in there. You guys are getting your skin, right? Right. Make sure you get your stuff. If you have not already, like, if you are, you probably already got it locked up, or you're just not worried about it. I don't think you would procrastinate till the last 45 minutes. Oh no. Don't do it, ATK. There's only so much Luna we can have in one stream. But, let me see. What can we actually change on this build? Defense is quite high. Might need a better body. Something that's like really high rolled. If you're trying to match mine. Ring seems good. Yeah, it's just a matter of gear score, man. You need to put an emphasis on health more than crit hit damage, so that way she can take a hit. Asmodeus is up next. Yo, what is this? What is this, Asmodeus? All this slander about how we need characters to look like Luna, and you post this. That said, it looks pretty good. Better body on Luna looking. That's true. I don't know, man. Don't remind me. I've been playing the Nikke side story, and like I literally I can't with the maiden. I've said it a ton of times already, but like the maiden is just it's too much. Can you explain Sylvan Sage's Vivian presence in the meta? What builds let her work? I'll explain it in my not detract away from the Fix It Friday. I'm gonna do an Emperor account review. I'll talk about each character that I played and why I played them the way I played them and how they're good and bad and whatnot. Sounds good. Yeah, Asmodeus, this looks pretty good. The F is a little bit suspect, but like, hey, it's like some free gear. Like, it's for the most part probably fine. Yeah, I mean, if you could get rid of, like, pieces with that don't have F, but, like, sure. I still think it looks fine. Yeah. Well, SSV already is kind of rough because she's bad into Harsetti. If they're on Fairy Tail for a Nightmare, you get absolutely blasted. Next up is Providence, who says, was I cooking too hard with this? Also, thank you, Dr. Doom, for the follow. Dr. Doom to first. I just want to say, like, I'm assuming it is a reference to Dr. Doom from Marvel. Like, that is legitimately one of my favorite Marvel characters of all time. When I was a kid, I was like, ugh. Just a man in a metal suit with, like, you know, some really weird green clothing. And then as I got older, I was like, yo, Doom is actually legit. He's just evil Batman with magic. All right, let me see. Hey, yo, no, this is actually, dude, this is actually not a cook. Actually, this is a cook. I think this is actually real. I actually think this is real. You can just swap the flat attack for crit damage if you want here, but I legit think this is real. When Doctor Doom was the Sorcerer Supreme. Dude, I hope Doctor Doom comes to Marvel Rivals. Yeah, Doctor Doom, Magneto, and Wilson Fisk. If you don't count Venom. If you don't count Venom as a villain, then my three favorite Marvel villains are Doctor Doom, Wilson Fisk, and Magneto. I love the Kingpin. I think he's such a I think that aside from his portrayal by Vincent D'Onofrio in Daredevil, I don't think that his portrayal in any other form of media has been anywhere near as good as the comics. He is such a layered and interesting character. Yeah, Doctor Doom is really well written. That's why I say I like both. I like all three of those characters because of how well written they are as villains. Like, I really, really hated, I know people like Across the Spider-Verse or like Into the Spider-Verse, but like, I think that the Kingpin was done a massive disservice in that film. They made him into just like a giant goon when he's very, you know, calculating and he plays the part. Like, he's always 3 steps ahead, the Kingpin. Like, he's just like, he's like Lex Luthor. But all people see is fat, bald guy, so they don't really give him the time of day. But yeah, no, I actually think, going back to the shoe build, I think there's a couple of things we could tweak, right? Like, boots could be better, right? Right side pieces in general, like, could be slightly improved. But I will say this. Versus Harsetti, there's so many times where I wish I could have taken Urban Shadow's shoe, but I couldn't because the character was not tanky enough, or I was going to get absolutely dumpstered by Harsetti S3, and I just not have any impact on the game. Having a base speed shoe with nuts stats, like, I'll be real with you, I would drop the crit hit damage to 200 and go, like, even more HP and more ER, and I think that you just have this, like, insane character that beats Harsetti teams free. Like, Omega free. I'll be real with you, if I ever pull a second Urban Shadow shoe and Harsetti's still meta, I'm making this. I think this is great. Yeah, they did Doom so dirty in the Fantastic Four movies, always. No, Kingpin and Spider-Verse was pretty dope. Have you actually read, like, Ultimate Spider-Man and stuff? Like, Kingpin is next level in those runs. Yeah, I think this is actually not a cook, Providence. I think this is really good. Well, I should say it is a cook, but like it's not too hard. Like this is just right, right? This is the what is it? The pacha meme. It's just right, you know, with the okay. Is this Mage? My I don't know how to pronounce your name. I'm sorry if I butchered it. I'm getting into Cleve recently. Should I give up on her? If she's your waifu, you never give up on your waifu, but I will say that she's definitely hard to use. I think if you've got a setup for her in mind, this looks pretty good. Your damage looks pretty nice for what's a pretty low damage character usually. Yeah, this looks fine to me. What are our thoughts, chat? Sorry for the yawn. Alright, let me change my music. We're done with this music. We're done with the Sorilla theme. The Sorilla theme has been cycling way too much. I agree. I think as long as you have turn 1 locked up, she's pretty good. You have to have an enabler. Should I change proof to Sweet Miracle? No, because you have so much ER on that shoe. Like, this shoe has so much ER that you shouldn't be getting tagged. I mean, that's what I say. If I had 200 ER with, like, more health, even if it came at the expense of crit hit damage, like, let's go. Yeah, chat is saying if you could get if you compare this with a 300 speed Frida or Ahmed, you're good. I don't even know if you need it to be that fast. Like, I think even like a 280 or 290 Frida, as long as you have turn 1 locked up and you can soul burn to push up, right? Yeah, I think this is a good Judge Kisei. Yeah, I don't really like. The helmet's actually not the best, but it's usable. Yeah, if you've got turn 1, I think that's pretty good. Wait. This is unprecedented. Did I make it to the end of the Fix It Friday queue before the stream was over? This is our last one. It's from Pooty. Said my season MVP for the Emperor push. 260 speed Last Rider Crow. Holy. Quick, post more in the chat. I mean, at that point, I'll just answer some questions if people have questions about stuff. Yeah, this is really good, dude. For, like, your stat line would be whatever on Crow, except for that it's this fast. Like, this is really good. On Bastion, bro, I love Bastion on this character. I think Bastion's so strong on him. Yeah, no, this is good. Someone post something nonsensical? Alright, sure. Alright. I don't think I have much more to say on this. Like, this bulk, this speed, kind of nuts, right? You have a stat swap here for ER if you want it. I don't even know if you care. You could do 6 ER for 8 ER. Unless this flat HP was a swap already. In which case, like, who cares? Y'all, you hate to see it, the 16F ring. If there would be a bit of Q&A, is Destro Afternoon Soap Flan with Bloodstone viable if I'm not very ambitious in RT? Yeah. I think you can play almost anything on Afternoon Soap Flan because that character is just broken. That character is just so broken. I think she's like the most busted character in the game right now. Like, if I had to talk about like most broken characters in the game at the moment, I think that the most busted characters are... I think Flan is probably number 1. I think this is probably the most busted character in the game. And then after her It's a toss-up. It's like... It feels weird saying this after me saying for a while that I didn't think that Empyrean Elnab was broken. I still don't think this character is broken. There's just no answer to her. It doesn't exist. I don't think the kid is broken. I just think that the character just has no fucking answer. Like, they made a character whose passive literally locks out, like, every relevant character that you could play into her. Like, there is no knight you could play, like, no mid tank you can play into her that doesn't just get absolutely murdered. So, like, if they take this and you're a standard player, it's like, what are you supposed to take? That's the only thing, the only problem I have with her, is if she gets taken first, you don't have a good, you have, like, literally 0 good options to take. It's super annoying. What else is, like, super broken that I learned in this meta? Oh, this girl. This character is not okay. This character is super not okay, bro. Every time I queued into Winter Wish, he whipped the shit out of me with this character. I could not do anything. KinJ2, thank you for the follow. How do I build Chenille? Chenille's pretty basic. I'll be real with you, Chenille's not very good. We'll talk more about Chenille in the Emperor account review. Chenille is kind of scam unit. I like how Chenille went from being really good to holy shit, this character's terrible in a span of like 3 weeks. What is this, Caleb? Oh, this was for somebody else. This is a judge in response to the Judge Kisei. How do you play it? Here's Judge Kisei. And it's on Circus Fantasia for the 15% CR. So there's something for you to aspire to if you wanna play Judge Kisei. This one actually looks really good. Holy shit. This one looks incredibly good. Hellion Lua carried me so much. She's awesome, but if focus or sealed, she... I don't know about that. In the hands of some of these really good players, there's no good counterplay to Hellion Lua. You just die. It's very, very frustrating. Right? Like, you have to dedicate your whole draft around it, and then, like, you literally get... Yeah. Yeah. Well, like... Do I still have...
I will not give in to despair.
Like, there's, like, games where, like... See, I won this one, and I got lucky, but you see how people are just second picking DDR? It's because they're not scared of Chenille. The only reason I won this game is that I took BBK, right? And then he literally proceeded to go, you know, he had 3 characters that are not that, not that tanky. Like, yes, I say, like, these are tanky-ish, right? But he has no mitt. And then he took Celine, who's made of paper. So I literally got to go, here's a nuclear BBK, here's a nuclear RB, and run him over. Chenille had no relevance in this game. I literally just pressed S3 on... I just went RB go burr and kill... Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I just went RB go burr, and that was the whole game. Right? That's it. Like... It's just RB go burr. How are these graphics? No, stop. What is this? What is this, Brad? Brad posted this build. How read this? Is this an injury, Lionheart? How did I build DDR? Yeah, basically, yeah. Like, if you're okay, so if you have Empyrean Elnab and you could just take DDR and just match their damage and you win. Like, DDR versus Chenille, they hold each other hostage, so if it basically comes down to which character has more DPS, like which team has more DPS. Like, if you take Death Dealer Ray early and you just draft high damage, you can't really lose, because as long as Death Dealer Ray doesn't do anything, right, to aggravate Chenille, like proc Chenille passive, you just run over the rest of their team, and they have a character that doesn't do anything, and you have a character that sleeps people, right? So you have a character that has basically a stun on its S1, and they have nothing. Yeah, I think Nuclear RB is better. Is that an attack neck on Arbiter? No. Yeah, like, if you just have an RB that just, like, cuts through everything, it doesn't matter. This character is really strong right now. It's one of the best damage dealers in the format. Chanel is worth having, but, like, you'll see in time that, like, people will just play around Chanel. Like, people will realize how to play around the character. Right? Once people figure out how to play around the character, it's very hard for you to win. Oh, if you cleave, if you ban Harsetti, 265 RB is great. But I would choose mine into Harsetti because people would just draft these very greedy designer Lilibet, Laya, Harsetti comps where they just don't have big damage or they don't have like big tankiness. They're just like, oh, look at all my CR pushing characters. I didn't draft an Arius. And you're like, cool, I'll just blow you up with a single S3. You can't press on Dilibet. The whole reason you want to play Dilibet is for S3. I will just debuff the crap out of you. The second you hit S3, I will literally kill your whole team if I proc Gab. The thing is, and me and Volcanics got into a fight about this. The problem is that Chenille's S1 doesn't do anything. Right? Think about it this way. As long as Chenille and Death Dealer Ray are on the board, right? They're both here. They're like, let's say you have both of them, right? Chenille has an S3, which is okay, right? This is an okay move. And then you have a passive, and then you have this, right? So, because DDR has a sleep that does bonus damage on it. When it comes down to it, DDR versus Chenille, right? Which S1 would you rather? If both of them are holding their skills hostage, right? Like Chenille doesn't get his skills unless DDR presses, and DDR, what's his name? Like basically it's like they hold each other hostage, right? You can't use your skills on Chenille if DDR doesn't press, and if Chenille, like, you know, you guys get what I'm saying, right? But basically, as long as DDR holds, Chenille is just basically reduced to this move and only this move. So when it comes down to it, would you rather have this S1? Or would you rather have this S1? Because soul burning this S1 literally denies your opponent a ton of value. Like, that's the problem. This is what I was saying to Volcanics. He didn't agree with me, but I was like, dude, the S1 needs to stun or do something impactful. Because, like, it being a Dispel 1 debuff is not enough. That people just literally leave Chenille there and they just ignore him. And they kill everybody else on your team, and then you're just, like, stuck with Chenille, and that's it. Yeah, basically, yeah. You literally have a situation where DDR and Chenille literally cross each other out, and then you have it's a 3v3. The problem is that, like, when it comes to Chenille's actual turns, he doesn't do anything. Whereas DDR can be like, well, actually, if I have 10 souls, I can soul burn somebody and just completely stop you in your tracks. That's it. I completely stop you in your tracks. So, like, because DDR and Chenille cancel each other out, but also DDR, like, kind of has, like, an assist that comes in and makes it actually a 3v2. So, if you're ever ahead on damage, right? If I'm ever ahead, like I have an RB or a Janua or a BBK or like an Empyrean Illinav that's built damage. If I ever have any of these characters and DDR and you have Chenille and you do not have the same explosive offense that I do, you lose. Because I will literally kill your characters in one hit. You can't kill my characters in one hit. And then we'll just literally, I'll systematically just go, boop, that dies, boop, that dies, boop, that dies. Okay, now it's just Chenille. You die. Because he doesn't do anything. That's the problem. He doesn't do anything. He's basically scamming it. And I hate saying that because I was like, damn, this character's so good versus DDR. And like, he can be, but you have to match your opponent's tempo. Like, if they have Empyrean Illinav, and that's the problem, like, right? If they have Empyrean Illinav, how do you match their damage, right? Right, if he goes Empyrean Illinav, DDR, Janua, right? What's Chenille gonna do to that? right? I have Janua. I can kill anybody in the game in like one hit. And I have Illinav. So you can't just like have a high burst damage character because I have Illinav. So I just get to burst you down. You can't burst me down. And then once I like either kill Schneel, my DDR becomes unchained, or I just kill everyone around your Schneel because he doesn't do anything. It's very slow, Mimic. He doesn't get it enough. If you play Schneel with like LRK plus Laya, it's a lot better. But like it's the same thing. You're gonna have LRK into Empyrean Elinav. So like the character is like bad. You have Laya into Empyrean Elinav, so that's just bad. So Lionheart Dilibet ring, an actual decent lab piece. This seems alright. I wouldn't say it's like amazing, but it seems alright. This is playable. Yeah, basically Lux, you nailed it. Yeah, because his team, he doesn't sustain the team, and his S1 doesn't. His S1 has no impact. Like dispelling one debuff is bad. Like, look at Elena, right? Like, Elena, right? S1, it dispels 2 debuffs total. This is just a better version of, like, why are we in 2024, right? Why am I in 2024 and I just straight up have a worse S1 than a character that was released in 2020? That's it. This was the heart of my argument with Volcanics the other day. He said that I'm the problem with the game because I want characters to do everything, and I'm like, he's like, Schneel's fine, he doesn't need to do everything, and I'm like, bro, he doesn't even do the one job he's supposed to, because he doesn't generate enough offense for your team. Yeah, he needs a better S1. Exactly what GH said. He's an equalizer. He's not a counter. He makes it so that their DDR doesn't do anything except S1. But the problem is, DDR's S1 is one of the best S1s in the whole game. So it's just like it like straight up, if this thing here, his passive, was when an ally is inflicted with poison or venom or sleep, right? If it was all 3 of those, he would be great. But because it literally S2 needs to encompass sleep, or this S1 needs to actually do something. Because otherwise, like I said, he's just scam unit. I've watched so many people pick this character and lose. I picked this character and just lost with him a ton. Like, and if you don't have to take my word for it, go look at the RTA data. Schneel upon release was rank 2 overall in terms of win rate, and I think he's like way lower now. Because people realize that, oh wait, he doesn't actually do anything. So I could just ignore him and just play high offense. Like if they pick Schneel, they literally picked the character that doesn't do anything. And the thing is, if you picked like LRK and like any other supporter, right? Let's say you have like LRK, Conqueror, or Lilius, right? And then you went Schneel. That means you only have one other character that's actually generating offense, right? So I could just focus that character, and once it's down, then you literally have 3 characters that do nothing. Someone posted a Spirit Eye Celine build. You should look at it. All right, let's look at this. All right, so what does this say? My prided free gear Celine untouched throughout the entire season. How do you use this? You don't. That's the neat part. Unless you're bred, you don't. I mean, at this speed, I would just play Secret Heart Storm Sword instead of Dust Devil. I'm gonna keep it real with you. At 265 speed, just play Storm Sword, bro. Just get all the cycling in the world. Caleb says, here's my DDR from last season. Didn't really draft him anymore. That's crazy, dude, because, like, oh, he's super fast. That's a cleave DDR. Yeah, that's crazy to me, Caleb, because, like, KHM, correct me if I'm wrong, but he's about to lock up Hall of Fame again, and he was playing DDR, like, the entire time. It was actually from him that I learned that Chenille was scamming it. Like, he didn't explicitly tell me, but, like, I watched his games and watched how he navigated his way around Chenille, and I was like, wait. You don't actually have to interact with this character. Like, you still just win by sleeping everybody to death and just out-tempoing them. Just be faster, hit harder, and then just sleep everybody in your way. And Chenille just kind of sits there and goes, yeah, I'm good. Yeah, this looks like a good one. Oh, what, the 270 DDR? Bro already needs to EE is crazy. Yeah, no, unfortunately, that's just the reality of it. Like, adaptation is king in competitive games, and people adapted to Chenille, and now that they figured out how to play around his gimmick, he doesn't do anything anymore. And that just means that this character goes back to being triple S tier. Right? This character goes back to being Omega broken. How do we make Arya great again? This looks fine. I think you're a little low on ER, but I think this looks fine. Well, at least he solos Banshee. True. True. Do I think young Senya will age well? At the moment, not particularly, no. Sevens. We'll see how it is. Maybe my opinion changes next week. I think right now she's just very good in Arena and Guild Wars. And those units have their fans. You'll probably see her a lot in Guild Wars. I think that's where she'll have the most lasting value. Young Senya and age well is an interesting sentence. Considering she dies when she ages up. Damn. Holy shit. You guys are brutal. We know how Senya ages. She dies a sad and lonely death. So no, she doesn't age well. Damn, you guys are brutal. This looks like a good Arya though. Like I said, the only thing I worry about is just the ER. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Minecraft. Like I was saying, if Chenille's S2, included sleep, he'd be really good. But the thing is, from what everybody tells me, is that they can't do that because then it makes Dragon King Sharoon bad, and I'm like, cool, then buff Dragon King Sharoon. Like, because the point is, like, this character is allowed to exist in the format, and the best answer to that character is this girl. That's it. That's the two. There, we have designed two characters to combat Death Dealer Ray, and this aunt over here is your best answer. That to me says that you failed the assignment. You actually failed the assignment if you release two characters designed to counter something and it doesn't put them in the ground. Wear armpit skin, Madge. I've said this before plenty of times, but I don't really like Celine's skin. I think the live 2D looks really good. My problem with it is that I think it looks really bad in game. She's got on 3 swimsuits. Probably true. You guys are wondering, season MVP is absolutely Muna, though.
Why don't you test your luck? I'll see you later.
She was pretty much my bread and butter the whole season. She's basically like the new Conqueror Lilius. Alright, let's grab these Malagoras. You guys have any other questions? Because if not, I'm probably gonna wrap it up in a little bit. Like I said, this was gonna be a shorter stream. For those of you guys who were watching it with us last week, before I go to bed, we will resume the Christmas anime watch party on the Discord. We're basically going through all of Haruhi Suzumiya. Because we're gonna watch Disappearance because it's a Christmas movie next week. Counter Empyrean Ilnav? Yeah, that's what I play. And my Empyrean Ilnav looks like this. Will you be watching Luna Saves Christmas? Is that actually a thing? Can I get that movie? We're watching it in dub. And the main reason we're watching it in dub is because like most of the dub cast is literally from Epic 7. What episodes are we at? We basically are almost done season 1. We'll have to venture into Endless 8 tonight. I promise you we're only going to watch one episode of Endless 8. Somebody asked me if I was going to test Young Senya and RTOGs. Yeah, I ran into you earlier, Joe. I think it was yesterday I ran into you. How do we feel about Mort? He's very good. Mort is very good. I've already watched it in sub. I've watched the show a ton of times, Mick. I always offer like when we synchronize everything up. Like, yo, are we all gonna watch dub or are we all gonna watch sub? Luna Saves Christmas. That sounds like a really funny, like a really funny thing. What would the plot line to that even be? Santa Luna? Like Yufine wants a Christmas present and then Luna takes over as Santa to deliver it? I don't even know what that looks like. I actually have not read the light novels on Haruhi, sadly. I will at some point. Man, Endless 8 really did tank that franchise. Mort stole Christmas. That makes sense. Dude, I could see Mort stealing Christmas. I think that would be really funny. The Mort who stole Christmas. He stole Christmas so that people would come fight him to get it back. That checks. A classic. Ugh. Okay. I think this is where we pack it in for the night. I'm gonna go take some medicine, and then for those of you guys who want to come through on Discord and hang out for like another 2 hours or so, you're more than welcome to do so. More, I hopefully, I'm gonna try to, hopefully, I'm gonna rest up a bunch tomorrow or tonight and then tomorrow. But red lobbies, if I'm feeling up for it, red lobby stream again tomorrow night. The only change to the tier list that we did is that we banned auxiliary lots because a lot of people complained about him because the one Augslots cleaver just completely destroyed everybody in every game that they were in. So, like, Augslots is the only thing that is banned. Otherwise, it's the same tier list. You can go back, watch the Red Lobby stream. Right? We'll try and do that tomorrow night. If for whatever reason we can't do it, I will make it up to you. We will find a way to do it very, very shortly, right? I would promise you Sunday night, but I already promised Car 6 that I would do some gaming, some PC gaming with him. Right? So yeah. Hey, thank you for the hydrate, Anya. I'm definitely gonna be doing that. I gotta go take some Tylenol in a second. The guy who doesn't stream her? Yeah. Well, he asked me. He asked me during the Nikkei stream the other day. He was like, yo, you want to play Marvel Rivals with me? And I was like, sure. And he was like, cool. Keep your Sunday night open. And I was like, okay. And that's kind of how that went. Yeah, warm and hydrated. That's it. I'm wrapped under a bunch of blankets right now, so you guys are good. Yeah. Right, ATK? Right? That's how I feel, dude. Yo, if my guy literally lives on PoE2, why would you not just stream PoE2? Just become a PoE2 content creator, dude. People will watch Car no matter what. We love Car. Yeah. Yes. Bread, thank you. You can play Young Senya in red lobbies the next time we do it. Ogslot's ban, Young Senya legal. Sounds good? Alright. Hopefully, if I feel better, I'll see you guys tomorrow for red lobbies. If not, I will try to make it up to you maybe Tuesday. Is probably what it's going to be. Or maybe Sunday afternoon. Who knows? The world may never know. Alright, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Congrats to everybody who achieved their goals this season. Should have an Emperor account